Hey, folks, hey, millionaires. Hey, this is Wesley Virgin here. Hey, welcome to another Millionaire Midnight rant, where all of you know I go live every night, give you all the opportunity to speak with a multimillionaire. How's everybody doing here tonight? Okay, how's everybody feeling tonight? Go ahead and comment your names below. Okay, let me give you a shout out here. Give me a second here. Q&A. How's everybody feeling here? Sorry, let's see. Videos and nothing on you. Okay, Naomi, I got that. How's everybody feeling? Hey, Kate, John, Sheila. So tonight we're going to do a Q&A where you can post your questions below. If you're brand new, welcome. This is my podcast. I am Wesley Virgin. I'm a young black man from Houston, Texas. And I am now a self-made millionaire. And what that means for you is you can use this platform right here every night on my Instagram account, Wesley Virgin. And I will mentor you, answer your questions about business, about manifesting your dreams, anything that you think that you need to hear to be able to become a very successful man or woman on this planet here. I am successful, and I'm grateful for that. And my life is absolutely euphoric. It is absolutely full of happiness, love, and a ton of money. And I'm here not to inspire you. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to educate you. Okay, so if that's what you're looking for, feel free to stay here a while. You may learn something here. I've had many people just from the Millionaire Midnight rants alone earn thousands and hundreds of thousands, some who are now millionaires based off the rant. So if you don't have a podcast, make sure you go to Apple Podcasts, type in Wesley Virgin, go to Spotify. We are syndicated all over the internet here on every podcast channel. Also, we are the #1 in personal development here, okay? So let's go ahead and get started here. My question is, why do we meditate with certain frequencies? What does it have to do, and how should I incorporate it into my daily routine? Okay, so let's talk about, that's a great question, by the way. Let's talk about frequencies, such as, listen, the best way I can explain this, a frequency is like a sound, okay? All of us listen to music, correct? Now, have you ever thought why, as people collectively, we like music so much? Because music allows you to feel a certain way, okay? That's why we like it. Not necessarily because of the lyrics, no, because of the sound, aka the frequency. But let me tell you what it's doing on a biological level. Music, sound, frequency, it either slows the brain waves down or it speeds them up. So you can hear a song, I don't know, someone name a song. That's cool. Like a love song. A love song, when you listen to it, the frequency and the sound itself begins to not only slow the brain cycles down, the brain becomes more malleable, which means it starts to really assimilate the music. And this is the reason why when you listen to music, not only does it sound good, the music itself, even the lyrics, your brain will begin to absorb, which is the reason why you can just listen to a song a few times and you know the lyrics, right? No one writes down lyrics to songs, right? We listen to them because of the frequency, which is the sound. It slows down the brain cycle. That's what meditation does. Listen, anything that you want to learn faster, this is why neural imprinting, and I'll talk about this in my Genie Script course. When I slow down your brain waves, when you're meditating with me, anybody that has the Genie Script program, every word that I say, every phrase that is given to you, your brain begins to start to imprint it subconsciously. This is the reason why you can watch TV, TikTok, all these different things begin to put the brain in what is called theta state. Theta state is similar to watching TV. It's similar to hypnosis in a trance state. When you're in a trance state of mind, anything that you hear, see, or observe will be imprinted in the unconscious mind. If you do it over and over again, it will be cemented, which means is if you want a certain belief, if you notice in my meditations, I give a lot of you in my course what is called suggestions, okay? So I give you an example of what an auto suggestion is. I may say, listen to my voice, and as you begin to listen to my voice, take a deep breath through your nose, all the way in, and breathe out. And as you breathe out, you begin to believe that you are successful, that everything in your life works out in your favor now. And you begin to feel that in this moment. You see what I'm doing? So what was the suggestion? You are successful now. Everything works out in your favor. Those are suggestions. Make sense? Now, understand this. You won't understand it consciously. Consciously, you can't really decipher between what I'm doing and what you're hearing. You got to have training. You have to really know what you're doing to be able to really understand it and do it to someone else. I know how to do it because I did it to myself. So when you're meditating, if I'm able to slow down your brain waves using certain frequencies, and I'm talking to you, and I'm saying that you're successful now, that tomorrow everything's going to work out in your favor. You're going to notice how easily your life begins to unravel in your life. Solutions will begin to reveal to you in this moment. What happens is, when this happens unconsciously, which means it's just outside of your awareness, you don't know it's happening, then you will naturally unconsciously begin to feel successful. You will naturally, if I say, hey, you're happy now for the rest of your life, if you're able to take that suggestion, then you will just feel happy for no reason. Does that make sense, folks? Did I explain that properly to you? Okay. That's why music is so powerful. Music is insanely powerful. You guys don't realize how powerful music is. Okay. Because it invokes feeling in people's body. You feel really good. You know, you ever feel a tingle in your body and you just feel good and you sing? Like, that frequency is an energy. And that energy, or that wave force, is allowing you to chemically feel certain things in your body. Okay? And it has total control of the brain because your brain is now assimilating this information to the point that you can repeat the lyrics. Okay? Okay, should I visualize my goal while listening to the theta? And should I also do wealth meditation every day? I have the genie strip, but having trouble navigating it. No, listen, in the genie strip, if you paid attention to what I said in the beginning, I said go through it. So you just listen to it every day as much as humanly possible. I explained this in the first audio in that course. I said, what I want you to do is just go through the course. Like, don't try to do something. Don't try to expect something. Don't think you're doing anything wrong. Just go through it. Does that make sense? Because that course itself, a lot of what's happening is happening on a very deeper level of consciousness. Does that make sense? All you need to do is go through it hundreds of times, over and over and over again. Does that make sense? Just repeatedly. That's all you need to do. You just need to play the program, listen to the course, do exactly what it said, and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again. And the magic happens as you continue to repeat the process. Just as the magic happens when you listen to a song going over and over again, and now you're able to repeat the lyrics of the song. Does that make sense? It's almost like advanced learning. But the great thing about the Genie Script course, it begins to alter your behavior, your actions, your expectations, and your beliefs. And once that happens, everything that you want, it just begins to happen. I mean, it's powerful stuff. I have so many testimonials of people that go through my course, and the ones that have been through it a few times, they understand and they start to really realize the power of the course. You just got to be coachable, which means just don't think too much about, well, am I doing it wrong? How many times do I need to do it a day? I should do everything? Just go through the course as much as possible. That's all you got to do. Listen to the audios every day, every day, every day, every day. Listen, 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 listen. Okay? Your brain will begin to assimilate the information that is needed for you to be able to manifest the life that you want. Does that make sense? Thank you, Casman. Appreciate you. Love you as well. I love it. Oh, wow. She has a better relationship with her dad. Love you, Miss Hurd. Much love to you, Casman. Next question for me here. Exactly. That's why in the Genie Script, if you notice, I make everybody, I compel them to make a 90-day commitment that you would do it as much as humanly possible. Like when I say do it, like go through the course. All you gotta do is just go through the course. Don't like say, oh, I'm doing it wrong. Do I need to do this first? No, just go through the course over and over again, 90 days. You can go through the course several times a day, one time a day. But the key is to go through it every single day, as much as humanly possible. Does that make sense? And apply exactly what you hear in the audios. I mean, it's really that simple. Just be coachable, which means don't ask to me how quick. Well, how is that going to work? How is that going to allow me to manifest my dream? How is that going to allow me to make more money? How is that going to help me in my business? How is that going to help me be more happy? Yeah, listen, the how doesn't matter. You know, I don't know how many times I need to say this here. The how doesn't matter. Obviously, let me tell you why the how doesn't matter. Because you don't know how you're going to make $1 million. You don't know how you're going to find the love of your life. You don't know how you're going to do anything. You're like, you don't know how. Because if you knew how, you wouldn't need me. You wouldn't be listening to me right now. You wouldn't be here. You would be out there doing it. The reason why you're listening to me, because you don't know how to do what you want to do for your individual life. Does that make sense? Okay? What I want you to understand, once you understand the powers and the faculty of your mind can do things on an automatic basis. Like, you know, when people say, oh, I'm not motivated to work out. I'm not motivated to eat healthy. Well, I just don't feel like it. Do you understand? If you program your mind properly, you will naturally want to work out every day. Some of you can't even imagine that. But if you program your mind to do it, it will do it. Like me, I give an example. I don't like running, okay? But if I program my mind to like to run, if I would run a script, if I would run a subliminal affirmation every day that I enjoy running, and I enjoy running every single day of my life, I will begin and I will start to love running. Does that make sense? I used to do this with my leg workout. I used to hate legs, right? Because it hurt, obviously. But then I start to run program and say, I love legs. I love working out legs. My thighs are huge. My calves are nice and juicy. You know, I would say, and now I love leg day. I love working out legs. But I didn't try to want to work out. Like, I didn't say, oh, yeah, I want to, I love to do it. It's just, it was natural. It's just one day I decided to enjoy the experience. And it's just programming, folks. Your brain itself, everything that you like and don't like, it came from a program that was run over and over again outside your awareness. Does that make sense? The people say, well, I can't break this addiction. I smoke too much. Or I got an addiction to drugs. I got an addiction to weed. Like, all that can be just, it's a programming. That's it. You have programmed yourself to like it. And now you have anchored that habit or that addiction to pleasure. But you reprogram yourself by giving yourself different suggestions and commands. And in my Genie Script product, in my course, I do that for you. Okay? Does that make sense, everyone? Give me a like or share this. Let me know if that makes sense. If it doesn't, just ask the question. I'm here to help you here. Okay? See, the big issue with people is they just think everything is so impossible. You know, they were like, like a man, he'll see a beautiful girl. Oh, I'll never be able to talk to that type of girl. She's above my league. That's just your belief. Or you see, you're driving your Camry and you see a Ferrari or a McLaren pull up. Oh, man, I really want that, but I don't know how I'm going to get it. I don't think I can afford that. You see what you're saying? Like, you're saying that you can't afford it. You don't know how you'll ever get it. But what you don't realize, the how doesn't matter. Listen, folks, whatever you think is impossible is somebody's normal. Many of you may feel that paying $15,000 per month for rent is insane. That's how much I pay. And you think it's just impossible. That's it for you. You're like, oh man, there's no way I would ever pay it. Like, you don't even think it's impossible. You think it's stupidity. Some of you think that's just stupid. Why would I do that? But even that statement is a belief. Now, to me, that's just normal. Some of you, like I'm living in Colombia, right? That flight is $5,000 to $6,000 for 5 hours to go to Colombia, first class. Coach is $1,000. And you might say, well, that's a waste of money. I can just sit in coach. It's only 5 hours. Not a big deal. I can save $5,000. But see, what I want you to understand, that's a belief. And you rationalize why the belief is going to hold water. But it's just a belief. Like, it doesn't matter if it's right, wrong, if it's fair, if it's idiotic, if it's smart. The only thing that matters is how you rationalize it to yourself. Does that make sense? Like, I got a $90,000 watch. Again, does that make sense to have a $90,000 watch? I don't know. Maybe not. But some of you might, I can buy a car with that. I can do. But what you don't realize, the universe don't work that way. The universe will give you exactly what you want, and it will give you exactly what you expect. Make sense? And if you keep rationalizing why you should stay where you are, then you will never make progress. Does that make sense? Because if you keep saying that, that's a waste of money, I'm not going to pay that much for this, then what's the point of even being wealthy? Some of you think, I'm just going to invest my money. Okay, invest it to do what? I mean, don't you eventually want to use the money to give you and your family options to do what the fuck they want to do? Can I get an amen? Come on. We're not just making money or accumulating money just to invest it over and over and over and over again. Because that's what I hear from young people. They say, if I had $1 million, I just invest it. I invest it. Okay, great. Invest it to do what? Make more money? And then what are you going to do with that money? Does that make sense? Next question for me here. So the thing is, you have to change your relationship to money. I have a program called Unrevealed Secrets of a Millionaire Mind and Prosperity University. And anybody that has the Genius Trip know what I'm talking about. I teach you like how to change your perception of money. You know, how you look at money. Many of you, in your mind, you have a certain belief on how much you should pay for rent. I want everybody to come in how much money they're paying for rent. And you justify. You say, well, $2,000, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. Yeah, that's reasonable. But it's only reasonable based off the environment you're in. Does that make sense? That's it. Because you're around other people that pay the same amount of rent. Okay? I got friends that pay $30,000, $40,000 a month for rent. I'm only paying $15,000. Does that make sense? Right now, I have a place in Colombia, $5,000 a month. I have another place that I'm temporarily at in Colombia. That's $20,000 a month. And I'm still paying another $15,000 a month for my place in Houston. And I'm not going to even be here maybe 85% of the time for the entire year. Does that make sense? And you might say, well, no, that's crazy. Well, why do you have I give a great example. Herman, my best friend, right? We're talking. And he said, how much did you pay for this place in Colombia, like the temporary Airbnb? It's $20,000 a month, right? I negotiated it. And he said, well, why would you pay that much? And you're not going to be here for 5 to 10 days because you're going to be going back and forth to Houston. To me, that's just a waste of money. I said, no, I'm paying for the convenience. The thing is, I want my temporary Airbnb to be there when I fly to Houston and I fly back. I still want my clothes to be there, I want everything to be there waiting for me. I'm not going to get an Airbnb, then got to pack up all my clothes, then I got to fly back to Houston, pack it up again. When I go to Houston, I just bring a backpack. I'm paying for convenience. It's no more about this doesn't make sense or this is a waste of money. Because almost all of you on this line right now, all of you waste money on a daily basis. You buy cigarettes, you buy vapes, you buy weed, you buy drugs, you buy alcohol, right? You go to dinners and restaurants. That's a waste of money, is it not? Those are not necessities, okay? So you have to change how you look at money. But more importantly, you have to start to think about what you want and how do you want to live your life. Comment below if that made sense to you. See, that was a game changer for me because I started to think, like in my later 20s, I said, you know what? How do I want to live my life? Let's don't think about money for a second. Like, how do I want to live? And I realized I wanted to live like a king. Well, how does a king live? Well, a king is an individual that has someone to do almost everything for them. Like a king has somebody to wash his car. They have people to put gas in his car, people to shop for him, cook for him, massage him, train him. I mean, they do everything for him, okay? And that's what I wanted. Like today, I don't shop for myself. I send a text message to a certain guy, and he sends me clothes. And whatever I select, within an hour or two, clothes show up at my door. I don't cook my meals. I have a chef that cooks and prepares my meals for me. Okay? I don't put gas in my car. I don't have time to go to the gas station. Someone does that. I don't go to the grocery store. Someone goes for me. What I want you to understand is like the life that I have here today is something that I designed for myself because that's what I wanted. Did I know exactly how I was going to make it happen? No, I didn't know how I was going to earn the amount of money to do it. But I realized that it was more important, get this please, it was more important to know what type of lifestyle that I want for me and my children. That was important. Not how I was going to make all this money. I had to have complete clarity. How does Wesley Virgin, his 3 outstanding, gorgeous children, how do they want to live their life on a daily basis here? I wanted my children to travel with me once a year. Like once a year, we all take a family vacation. We've been doing this for like the past 9 years, 10 years. My children have been all around the world already, right? I wanted to ensure that when my children was of age and I felt that they was responsible, I would purchase them a car, cash. Okay? Does that make sense? I wanted to ensure that I'll be able to take care of the mother of my children properly. So I bought her 2 cars and a house. Does that make sense? But I designed this life before I knew exactly how I was going to accumulate the money to do it. Are you with me? How do we change our mindset to attract with money? You start with educating yourself, okay? Now, how do we educate ourselves? Listen, and I'm not trying to promote my course, but honestly, I created the course because I understood that people needed to know this type of metaphysical information to be able to attract things in their life. Because, listen, I'm not saying that you don't need to work. Work is very important. It's imperative to building a business and to building the life that you want. However, there's not enough courses or programs that talk about the mindset, beliefs, your emotions, emotional intelligence, okay, your habits. We don't talk about the environment, the brain, the unconscious, the conscious mind. And this is what people are missing. That's why they never hit their goals. They never hit their dreams. They never fulfill their desires. It just never happens for them because they don't understand the concepts of the human mind. Okay? So my course helps you out with that. Genius Group course. Does that make sense, everyone? Give me a thumbs up. Show me some love. I don't see any hearts here. Oh, okay, hold on. So, listen, how many of you have access to the Genius Group? Just come with the word, let's go. So let me give you some advice to get rapid results. And I just want you to be coachable. Please just be coachable. Like, just give me 90 days. Listen to exactly what I'm about to tell you right now. If you want to be very successful in that course and be able to manifest things faster, just like myself, okay? Go through the course at least one time per day for 90 days. That's it. Go through the entire course for 90 days at a minimum one time per day. Your life will never be the same. Okay? Your life will never be the same, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And what I want you to understand, you're going to have an aha moment. Like one day, everything that I'm telling you, listen, one day, everything that you've been struggling with, you're going to have solutions for. Everything that you thought was wrong in your life, you're going to realize that all those things was preparing you for the successes. And it's just going to be automatic thinking. It's just going to happen without you consciously trying to do it, trying to force yourself to be a certain way. You would naturally, unconsciously begin to change. Does that make sense? Okay. Thank you, Eduardo. Next question for me. Hey, Carolina, how are you? Hey, Rosen, how are you? Oh, 86 million people here tonight. What about the wealth visuals? Is it before or after the Genius Group? I do it to experience one every night before bed. Yeah, the wealth visual course is great as well. But I would say master one at a time, unless you have more time to do more of the different other courses here. Okay? But I would suggest to do one program at a time. Take your time. And it all depends on what you want from the universe. It's up to you. Because I don't know what you want. Okay? What's next? What's next? Talk to me. How do you stay away from temptation? By not putting yourself in the environment where the temptation exists. If you don't want to be tempted to, like men, if you don't want women to tempt you, then stay away from women. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Same thing with you, women to men. If you put yourself in certain environments, the environment is going to influence you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. No willpower can fight against the environment that you're in right now. So you think about the 3 to 5 people that you're close to. Think about the people that you text on a daily basis. Think about the people that you talk to. You are being influenced. The job that you're on right now, you are being influenced. The job you have, you're being influenced every day of your life. Okay? And you're becoming something. Like when you're in certain environments, you are becoming something. The question is what? Who are you becoming? Okay? I decided to quit my job. I didn't know where I'm going to get the money from. But I just feel I deserve more. What is your advice? I would say go sell something, man. Go sell something immediately. Sales is the best business on the planet. Okay? Is shoplifting for groceries and life necessities a little here? Do you think that is low broke mentality, manifesting broke mind? Shoplifting is obviously wrong. Okay? Any more questions for me here? Did that make sense? Hit the love button and hit the share button if I'm making sense to you. And you may need to listen to this again. Like, don't be afraid to listen to this information again. What I've learned with people, unfortunately, if they don't understand something, they don't typically say, hey, I didn't understand it. Explain it again. But listen, you got to humble yourself. If you don't know, ask me. Like, if it doesn't make sense, what I just shared with you, ask questions. Okay? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah, because I didn't celebrate it. I don't have time to celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm working. What's next here? Next question, folks, before I decide to lay it down. And thank you again for the shares. I see a few of you just hit the share button, and thank you for the likes. Thank you for tapping the like button here. Okay. I don't see any more questions here. I guess everybody's good to go. Hey, did you get value here tonight? We didn't have many questions here tonight. How to have self-confidence before you are actually successful. So the thing about confidence. Confidence is basically competence. When you have confidence about a subject matter, it's because you learn it. Okay? So confidence is competence. Got to educate yourself about whatever niche, whatever business, or whatever you're trying to maximize. What was the first thing you did when you were settled in your $20,000 place? Well, I worked out. Do you have a new product for promoting? No. Hey, Wes, please talk to us more about Stream Brez. How did you use it? How do you chant it? Yeah, so listen, it's not so important that you say Stream Brez. What's important is that it's just a phrase or an affirmation that you use to shut down the conscious part of the mind. Okay, so that means if you're saying Stream Brez, unconsciously there are things happening. Okay, that's allowing you to begin to showcase new beliefs. Shahida. Are you still talking 10 people to train person next month? Yes. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Much love. Thank you for joining me here today. Thank you for listening to the live. Thank you for leaving comments here. Are you opening a laundromat? I am not. Thank you for everything. Remember, as soon as you get off this rant, I want you to begin to create your day. What I want you to do is lay in your bed, close your eyes, and think about the day that you want, not the day that you're familiar with. How do you fall in love with the grind when you're on earth of becoming successful? Well, because the grind is everything. It's just all about how you perceive the grind. Okay? Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin, and let's go.